What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games. I'm coming at you with another cool video back in Planet Coaster in the one, the only time City. And today we're going to be working a lot on a couple flat rides, a new area in this section, and just getting the coaster even more themed. We even work a little bit more on the queue line for the coaster and start to get a roof on there and getting that more in a completed state, which is fantastic. So I wanted to theme up this flat ride just a little bit more with some walls around it and just a little bit more pizzazz. I didn't want it to look like there's just literally flat rides sitting around in this theme. You know, we want to kind of hide them just a little bit. We want to hide what they're looking like just a pinch. That way it still doesn't look out of place. We don't want anything looking out of place, so we're going to do little things like this to make sure that they still look like they are a part of the theme, and that's kind of what we're going for, and I'm pretty happy of how that turned out. So that is good, and this is going to be called Whirlwind as of right now. Then, of course, I wanted to add a little bit more detail to this, so I wanted to add just a little bit of a top piece up here. If you like everything you're seeing, again, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content like this, guys. We post videos all the time. That being said, also if you want to see some behind the scenes stuff, a little bit of coaster talk and stuff like that, be sure to join the Discord as well. Links down in the description for all those guys. You don't want to miss out on any of that. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord if you like seeing behind the scenes and, you know, just having some fun discussions with other viewers as well. It's a lot of fun down there. So just going to remind you about that, and we're going to get back into this, working a little bit on the queue line. I wanted to, each queue line is going to have a little bit of theming throughout it, you know, just a little bit of Roman ruins here and there, some rock work and everything. It looks really, really good, and this is kind of a challenge for me because I'm going to be putting a backstage area back here, so I wanted to make sure from the queue line you wouldn't be able to really see it, so we're going to be using a combination of trees and a couple different tricks to get that in this state that we need to. So this little backstage area is just going to be a little bit of an area for the Delight Dunes backstage section. So this is going to be a little area for that. This is going to be a little entryway when it's all said and done, and we're going to have some, you know, bins back here, some, you know, like garbage bins and some different pieces that you think would probably go with the theme and everything. Well, not with the theme, the signage for some of the parts as well. So that kind of works. So I put a couple pallets on here, you know, from Pallet Town, you know, if that makes sense. That's where we get our pallets, are from Pallet Town. Get a couple signage pieces in there. Those are just some spares just in case they need them. And then we get sign on the side here, and I want to put the sign just a little bit off to the side. This is kind of like your extra signs just for your part. So this is the challenging part where we get to kind of block off this area so you can't see it from the queue line. That's kind of going to be the goal, you know, and what better way to do that than with a beautiful patch of tons of trees. You know, that's how it works right there. We love our trees here at JLW Games, so you're gonna want to use lots and lots of trees. Trust me, it makes all the difference in the world when you use all the trees. And then we got to do a little bit curb work over here. This is kind of your boring stuff, but this extra detail work does make a huge difference. And then I want to put decide to put a little bit of planter stuff in there, just some flowers and some bushes and everything like that, just to make it look nice and pretty. And when you come into spots like these, where you just have kind of like an open spot, it's never a bad idea to put some flowers or some foliage or something in there just to kind of fill it in and make it look nice and pretty, because it makes it flow pretty well, actually, so there's no problem with that. You might put some benches there. I don't do it here, but and we're just going to go ahead and fill up this area a little bit with some trees and some foliage and bushes and make it look nice and pretty again. I wanted to keep a little bit of opening so you could see the building from the queue line as well. And then each and every episode, we're going to work a little bit more on the perimeter fence of the Roman coaster. This coaster is, again, going to be one of my favorite coasters in the park of the theming. You guys seem to be really loving it as well, this Mack multi-launch coaster. This is actually going to be one of the areas where we're going to start on a new section of the area. Well, new area of the section, I guess you could start, which means I'm going to be doing some more flat rides and more different things right here. So I had to think of another flat ride I want to put right here, and I really haven't put it in any of my parks yet, so I decided to go ahead and go with these Swift Eagles. I'm going to do a little bit of research of maybe some theming on it as well. But the Swift Eagles actually fit pretty well right here. You're going to have a lot of cool interaction with the ride this ride and the coaster itself, because the coaster is going to be flying by right by this ride and everything like that. We're going to be creating like this nice little cool section within this area, because it obviously needed a little bit more to it. I didn't want to make it that small, so I wanted to make a little bit more for this section, and there still might be a little bit more to come. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way around the Mack multi-launch coaster. I might go under the monorail a little bit and continue the area on just a little bit on that side as well. A lot of people are asking as well, Joe, aren't you going to be adding some more dark rides? And yes, you're pretty good on assuming, or not assuming, I guess I did say that, but you are pretty good at remembering that stuff. So I do already have a dark ride within the Apocalypse section. That's the first dark ride. There will for sure be another dark ride in the Sci-Fi section. As for the other dark rides, I don't know if I'm going to have any more just yet. There might just be 2 at opening, and I originally planned more, but for right now, we might just to be sticking with 2 for right now. So I wanted to create a very decorative wall here. Instead of having like a chain link fence, let's have a little bit more decoration and theming when it comes to the wall, perimeter wall that goes to the coaster. So with the opening, I decided to put chain link in there just for the guest safety, and we're gonna copy this all the way down just to give us a little bit more style to our ride, and maybe add a couple shops along the way, possibly, you know. I also add this around the Swift Eagles flat ride, which actually turned out really cool to give that Swift Eagle flat ride a little bit more pizzazz, a little more theming as well. I'm going to add some more and more later on as well. And what better place than this place, you know, to have some Cosmic Cow ice cream. So we're going to put in a little bit of a Cosmic Cow ice cream right here, a little section here for the guests, because, you know, everyone loves ice cream, so why not put in some ice cream right here for the Roman section. And I gotta put some more shops down and everything. I just need some more stuff to attract guests, you know, because as of right now, there's not a whole lot going for this area, so we want to try and crowd up each area as much as possible, which means I'm gonna have to put down a lot more stuff throughout the areas and everything. So you're gonna see this section start to become more completed and more finished as we go along. There's not too much more to go to get started anyway, so pretty much all we got to do is go in and get everything finished, and, you know, add some more buildings, different stuff like that, and it's gonna be amazing. So you guys aren't going to want to miss any of that. Again, if you are not subscribed, go subscribe now, because we post videos of these every time we make one. So I'm usually pretty consistent, accurate, pretty consistent with my videos. If not every day, there's usually videos almost every other day, if not every day. So sometimes every day, sometimes every other day. It just kind of depends on if we have the content to post. So I usually stream everything on Twitch, and then at the same time I'm recording it, and then it goes on to YouTube as a time lapse, which is very fun to see. So I hope everything turns out the way I want it to. Everything's going good. As for custom supporting, again, I don't need to custom support too many things on this ride. The in-game supports are actually pretty pretty well done. So I don't see why I need to do too many of them. There's going to be a couple sections where I'm going to, but as of right now, I'm pretty confident on how it looks at the moment, you know, and I like the way it looks. So as you can see, we're starting to theme up this side of the coaster. Last time we've been working on the first half of the ride. This half of the ride needed a little bit of sprucing up, spicing up, to making it look a lot better. I'm still thinking about making a pathway up into the Coliseum to where guests can actually view the the jousting between the coaster. I think that'd be kind of a fun little addition to add. So kind of cool. And we got the perimeter fence going on over here. I don't know if I'm going to continue on this pathway all the way over here or not, or just leave it where it is right now, and maybe create a backstage area for that at the same time. So this is the Swift Eagles, and we wanted to go in and make some nice, beautiful theming throughout this queue line as well, which is going to feature, you guessed it, some more rock work, foliage, and some Roman ruin, a little bit of Roman ruins within this area, and this really helps with the rating of the ride and everything like that, getting that prestige up and everything as well. So I might still go back and, if I have time, create some custom fencing for some of these rides. As of right now, I feel like the in-game ones are doing just fine at the moment, so we're going to keep that the way it is at the moment. So I have no reason to change it up. This rock work has turned out quite nice too. I like the way it looks, and we're going to have to get some signage for these rides and everything. It'll be nice and beautiful. I also needed custom audio for the Roman ride as well, or the Roman coaster as well. So if you guys didn't know, I'm doing some custom audio for the stations of my coasters, where I actually, you know, have the spiel and everything. No loose articles are allowed on this ride, including hats, bags, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, enjoy your ride on whatever. And there's also a spiel for when the train gets back, you know, welcome back. Once the restraints open, exit to your right or left or whatever it is. So I've already done 2 of those, and I'm doing gonna do one for the Roman coaster as well, and it kind of goes along the theme at the same time. So it's gonna be really cool, and I'm gonna do those for a lot of the rides. There's gonna be hopefully some custom audio for the Tower ride as well in the Apocalypse section. That's something I'm hoping for, because that will greatly add to the theming of that ride. It's one of the best dark rides I've ever made. It's not the best probably in the world, but it's definitely the top dark ride that I've probably made. So again, my goal is to become one of the best, if not the best, Planet Coaster creator out there, and that's my dream someday. So we'll see how that goes. And I hope maybe someday I can pull it off, and I think Time City is gonna be a good park for my resume on that as well. So again, it's starting to become crunch time with this park. We're gonna need to really start getting our butts in gear to getting stuff done in this park, and wrapping up the Roman section. I don't want to, like, not very, very soon, but, like, very soon, if that makes sense. We need to get to the sci-fi section fairly quickly. That way we are looking in a good direction right now. So, because there's just a lot to do in this park still, and maybe I just need to stream it more. Maybe I need to be working on it more. I might come up with some surprise streams to where we're working more on Time City. I might even do some streams where I do more than one episode at once in one stream, and that might be something I need to look into, because we're starting to run out of time, and I need to start getting this. We have maybe 2 months or so, maybe, to get this park done in I mean, we have obviously a little bit longer. I'm shooting between March and May for the park opening, so that's kind of the deadline that I want to create. And like I said, if I'm not done, if I don't feel ready to release this park and get it fully completed, if I don't feel like it's fully complete, I'm gonna take some extra time. I'll delay the opening if I need to. I figured a whole entire year to work on this park would be enough, but man, I'm such a slow builder that, you know, sometimes that doesn't always happen, and it doesn't always go the way that I hope. So but we're gonna try. We're gonna try and get a lot more episodes in, and I probably haven't done as many episodes as I've wanted to for the off season. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow. Links all in the description for all that other stuff. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time.